Good evening, everyone. We'll be starting in 5 minutes, so please take your seats. Thank you. We will be starting in 2 minutes. Please take your seats. We will be starting very soon. Please take your seats. Thank you. Good evening and welcome. My name is Ava, and it is an honour to have you all with us this evening as we come together for the 2026 Persian Awards Night, a celebration of excellence, culture, creativity and the contributions of our Persian community. We wish to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet today, the Wurundjeri, Woiwurrung and Bunurong people of the Kulin Nation. We pay our respects to their elders past and present and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here today. Persian culture holds deep respect for heritage and ancestry. In that same spirit, we honour the world's oldest continuing culture, and their enduring connection to this land. This evening is devoted to recognising achievement, yet it also invites reflection on those for whom celebration is not possible for. We have been seeing imprisonment, displacement, and death in the pursuit of life, of dignity and freedom. We have been seeing the human cost of injustice. Such circumstances extend beyond national borders and carry implications for the international community. Wherever injustice is tolerated, the principles that bind humanity together are weakened. And in a room that reflects many cultures, these times speak to a shared truth: the universal desire to live without fear. Australia is founded on commitments of respect and courage. To uphold those values requires not only celebration of achievement, but recognition of those who cannot safely speak for themselves. History demonstrates that repression does not have to be absolute, and that the pursuit of freedom endures beyond fear and coercion. Tonight we acknowledge the courage and resilience of the people of Iran. Thank you.
پوتین رو گلوم تنها به دور گردنم جوتر که روی پام ولی باز حرف میزنم زخم بازم و محکم فشار بده تو خسته میشی و من جا نمیزنم زانوم روی خاک مرگم مسلمه این شعر آخری تنها سلاحمه بازم ازم بگیر خاکم رو خونم و حتی جنازمم حرفش رو میزنه چون من ایرانم من ایرانم من ایرانم من ایرانم من
Tonight's event to the stage. Please join me in welcoming him.
خانم ها و آقایان محترم، میهمانان ارجمند، حضور امشب من و مجموعه رادیو نشات بر این صحنه برای ما هم مایه افتخار است و هم مسئولیتی بزرگ. افتخار از اون رو که دومین دوره مراسم پرشین آوارد نایت را در کنار شما برگزار می‌کنیم و مسئولیت از این جهت که این رویداد نماد همبستگی، تلاش و امید جامعه فارسی زبان در استرالیا است. با کمال تأسف از هفته‌های گذشته تا کنون مردم ایران با شرایطی دشوار و اندوهباری روبرو هستند و با نهایت احترام یاد جاویدنامان را گرامی می‌داریم و بر اهمیت کرامت انسانی، آزادی و حقوق بنیادی مردم ایران تاکید می‌کنیم. جامعه ایرانیان خارج از کشور همواره در کنار مردم ایران ایستاده و خواهان آینده‌ای مبتنی بر صلح، ثبات و آزادی است. قلب ما با مردم افغانستان نیز هست و برای آنان آینده‌ای روشن و امن آرزو می‌کنیم. از حضور نمایندگان محترم پارلمان، مسئولان دولتی و نمایندگان نهادهای چند فرهنگی سپاسگزارم. از چهره‌های برجسته فرهنگی، هنری، ورزشی، علمی و اقتصادی که با دستاوردهای خود نام جامعه فارسی زبان را در استرالیا سربلند کردند نیز قدردانی می‌کنم. از داوران مستقل، اسپانسرهای گرامی، تیم اجرایی پرتلاش و همچنین کشور میزبانمان استرالیا تشکر می‌کنم. از حضور و حمایت شما سپاسگزارم و برایتان شبی با شکوه و به یاد ماندنی آرزو دارم. تشکر می‌کنم.
I will be translating Mr. Zuhri's address to English. Distinguished guests, standing here tonight on behalf of Radio Neshat is for us both an honour and a great responsibility. It is an honour because we are holding the second edition of the Persian Awards Night alongside you. And it is a responsibility because this event represents the unity, dedication and the hope of the Persian-speaking community in Australia. With deep sorrow, we acknowledge that in recent weeks, the people of Iran have been facing difficult and painful circumstances. With utmost respect, we honour the memory of those who have passed, and we reaffirm the importance of freedom and the fundamental right of all people. The Iranian community abroad has always stood beside the people of Iran and continue to hope for a future built on peace, stability and freedom. Our hearts are also with the people of Afghanistan, and we sincerely wish them a bright and secure future. I would like to thank the honourable members of Parliament, government representatives and multicultural leaders for being here with us tonight. I also express my appreciation to the distinguished figures from cultural, artistic, sporting, scientific and economic fields who have brought pride to the Persian community in Australia through their achievements. My sincere thanks goes to our independent judges, our valued sponsors and our hard-working executive team. And to our host country, Australia, thank you for your presence and your support. I wish you all a wonderful and memorable evening. We're honoured this evening to have received a special message for the 2026 Persian Awards Night. The Honourable Anthony Albanese, Prime Minister of Australia, has shared a personal statement with us. I send my warmest congratulations to all of tonight's nominees and winners. This night is well-deserved recognition of your dedication, generosity, service, professionalism, and crucially, your commitment to making a difference. You also stand as a reminder that right across our nation, Australians of Persian heritage are making exceptional contributions in so many fields, including business and education, health and science, sport and arts, community service, and so much more. In you, we see the very essence of the Persian Australian community and all that has added to the story of modern Australia through hard work, aspiration, and love of country. Of course, tonight's celebrations will also be a time of reflection. Let me be clear. Australia stands with the people of Iran. We recognise their great courage and the immensity of their suffering and will continue to act firmly with international partners in defence of human rights. I thank Australia's thriving Persian community for everything you do in support of our shared values of unity, compassion and resilience. You are a cherished part of our multicultural story. You are at the very heart of the Australian story. On this special night, I honour the enduring contribution of your great community, and I wish you a wonderful night. It is my pleasure to read a message sent to us by the Honourable Jacinta Allen, Premier of Victoria, in support of this evening. On behalf of all Victorians, I want to send my very best wishes to everyone at the Persian Awards Night 2026. These awards are an opportunity to recognise the many ways the Persian-speaking Victorians shape the social, cultural and economic fabric of our state. I want you to know that in my Labor government, you'll always have a friend who celebrates that contribution. I also want to recognise that the violent crackdown on protests in Iran has had an enormous impact on our community. Victoria is proud to be home to a growing Iranian community, and we stand with the people of Iran in solidarity. Congratulations to every Victorian nominated for the Persian Awards Night 2026. Thank you for your contribution to our state. We are delighted to welcome Vista to the stage, a talented young vocalist who carries the spirit of Iran's youth. Please join me in welcoming her for this very special performance.
Hello, good evening to you all. Hopefully you enjoy the upcoming acts and awards, and I'm honored to call myself as one of them as well. I just want to give a quick shout out and dedicate this song to my amazing friends back at home and the amazing brave people of Iran who are fighting for their lives as we're talking. Thank you. Everyone's born as clean as a whistle, as fresh as a daisy, not a bit crazy. Staying that way is a hard road for hoeing, as rough as a briar, like walking through fire. This world is dark, this world is scary. I've taken some hits, so no wonder I'm weary. It's why I need you. You're as pure as the driven snow. Everyone wants to be like a hero. Cake with the cream or the doorknob dreamer. All doing's hard work, but it takes some to change things. Like oat's milk to butter, like ice blocks to water. This world goes blind when children are dying, are turning to dust, but you never stop trying. That's why I love you. You're as pure as the driven snow. Cold and clean, swirling over my skin. You cloak me, you soak right in, down to my heart. Everyone thinks they know all about me. They slap me with labels and spit out their fables. You came along and you knew it was lying. You saw the ideal me, and yes, that's the real me. This world is cruel with troubles aplenty. You asked for a reason, I got 3 and 20 for why I trust you. You're as pure as the driven snow. It's why I trust you. You're Thank you so much.
Tonight's ceremony is dedicated to the brilliant minds and talents of the Persian-speaking community. We will be presenting awards in the categories including Distinguished Expert, Culture and Literature, Art, Media, Sports, Music, Cinema, Entrepreneurship, and Science and Technology. In each of these fields, we will recognise our nominees with certificates of appreciation before naming the final 2026 winners. We start this evening by expressing our deep gratitude to the organisations that make up this vibrant community. We would like to take a moment to thank the community organisations whose dedication and service continue to promote Australia's cultural diversity. Tonight we recognise the Australian Iranian Society of Victoria, the Australian Iranian Community Organisations, and House of Persia for their ongoing commitment to cultural connection and community support. Your work builds meaningful bridges across our communities, and we are truly grateful to have you with us tonight. It's my honour to invite Dr. Judy Tang, Senior Commissioner at the Victorian Multicultural Commission, and Mr. Rick Garotti, Deputy Mayor and Councillor for Grimshaw Ward, to the stage. Please join me in welcoming them. I now invite our respected community representatives from the Australian Iranian Society of Victoria and the Australian Iranian Community Organisations and House of Persia to join us on stage. We would like to sincerely thank Dr. Judy Tang and Mr. Rick Garotti for their kind support in joining us this evening. Your commitment to multicultural advocacy and inclusive community leadership mirrors the very spirit of excellence we are celebrating tonight. I'd like to invite them to share a few words.
you, everyone. This is one of the most beautiful awards I have ever seen, which is a testament to the Persian community, who always have the most beautiful things. So thank you very much for this. It's very, very, very lovely. My name's Judy Tang. I'm one of the commissioners from the Victorian Multicultural Commission, and I have the absolute pleasure of accepting an invitation to join your multicultural, your Persian Awards tonight. And on behalf of all the multicultural communities, we want to say thank you for your contribution to Victoria with your intelligence, your passion, your perseverance, and all the qualities that you bring to make Australia the wonderful multicultural and rich society that we are today. So without your contribution, we wouldn't be where we are, and this is one of many awards nights, hopefully in the future, to really highlight and give thanks and recognition to all the amazing minds, hearts and spirits of the people today in all areas, whether it's in health, sport, entrepreneurship, and so forth. So thank you again. I'm also mindful that our multicultural communities also stand with the Iranian people as well during this time, and we send our love and our support. So thank you again, and congratulations to all the nominees and all the winners of the awards night, and hopefully many, many more winners in the future as we move along. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for this award and tremendous honour, and I'm happy to accept it on behalf of the City of Banyule. Every year now for the last 10 years, we've seen in our citizenship ceremonies the number of people coming from Iran increase year on year in our city, and it's enriching it so much. And it's so exciting to have that diversity and contribution and input from our Persian community in the city of Banyule. We know at the moment that it's a challenging time with what's happening overseas, but there's obviously a lot of mixed feelings around that too because of a sense of opportunity. And I just want you all here to know that whatever we can do at local government level to support, to connect, to be there for you, we're here. Thank you.
Continuing our recognition of its outstanding community service, we now acknowledge the important contributions of the following organisations, whose work has made a meaningful difference within our communities. To assist with this award, we are honoured to be joined by Councillor Diadre Diamenti, Deputy Mayor of Manningham City Council and Councillor for Tullamore Ward, as well as Councillor Kristen Langford, Mayor of Whitehorse City Council. Please join me in welcoming them. At this time, we invite representatives from Persian Cultural Group Gold Coast, Whitehorse Centre of Learning, Iranian Community of South Australia, and the Iranian Australian Association of Health Professionals to please come forward to the stage to receive their awards. We are sincerely grateful to have Councillor Diageo Diamanti and Councillor Kristen Langford with us this evening. As steadfast champions for the diverse communities that make up our region, their support is deeply valued, and it's now my pleasure to invite them to share a few words.
Merci. Azra Bahay. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to start by recognising, acknowledging all the talent and the gifts in this room in business and sport and science and culture. And like many of the other speakers, thank you for all that you've contributed to Victoria. In Manningham, we're so proud that we've got one of the largest and also growing Persian communities in Victoria. And we are extremely proud and we are extremely thankful for that community and for all the contributions to business, to fashion, to food, to retail. So thank you for all that you're doing. And I do want to also let you know that in Manningham we are standing in unity with you, and we thank you for your courage and also for your compassion. And good luck tonight to all the nominees, and congratulations to the winners. Thank you.
Good evening all, and what a wonderful evening we have this evening. I'm actually Councillor Prue Cutts because our Mayor, Councillor Kirsten Langford, unfortunately was unavailable to attend. I'm the immediate past Deputy Mayor of Whitehorse, and I wish to accept this beautiful award on behalf of the whole of Whitehorse. I'd like to also acknowledge my councillor colleague, Councillor Hayley Weller. If you could please put your hand up, Councillor Weller, who's also in attendance this evening. We stand with the Iranian community and we love what you bring to our wonderful, diverse culture at Whitehorse. I had the enormous privilege last year of actually presiding over the citizenship ceremony, one of the citizenship ceremonies at the Box Hill Town Hall. And we had 34 different countries represented in the 164 people who made that citizenship commitment to Australia and its people. And some of those were Iranian people. I represent the Mitcham and Vermont area as part of Whitehorse, and one of my favourite people who I see regularly on my walks around the area is a member of your Persian community. We congratulate all nominees and the award winners for this evening, and thank you for bringing such beautiful culture to our wonderful Whitehorse, and nothing more than the beautiful Persian fair that you run at the Box Hill Town Hall, which I've been to on many occasions. So I'm looking forward to that again. So thank you very much and have a wonderful evening.
Firstly, I would like to sincerely apologise, Councillor Prue Cutts. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. We are honoured to have with us tonight our guest speaker, Dr. Minu Qamari. An esteemed academic and practising dentist, Dr. Qamari has become a trusted voice for the Iranian community in Australia. Her tireless advocacy and support during these challenging times have been a source of strength for many, and we are deeply appreciative of her presence. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Minu Qamari to the stage.
Good evening, and thank you for having me. I'm a proud Iranian Australian activist. I'm sure you're all aware that in January 8th and 9th, The Islamic Republic that occupies Iran has slaughtered its own people in tens of thousands using military-grade weapons for protesting their basic human rights. This is a regime that is not contained to its borders. It exports terrorism, instability, and violence through organized networks. We in Australia know this well, as our government has designated them as a terrorist organization because of their attacks on the Jewish community, and to that I say bravo. There are many politicians amongst us tonight, and I want you to know that ending this regime is not charity for Iranian people, it's an act of self-preservation. We all need them gone, whether Australian or Iranian. Placing them on a terrorist organization list does not stop them from exporting their terrorism to the Western countries. It does not stop their children from coming here. We all read in the Australian publication last week, Ms. Hania Safavi, a daughter to a very high-ranking IRGC official, is an Australian resident. Born to a terrorist father, she's soon to be an Australian citizen. During the 2022 movement, I've spoken to a lot of politicians in Australia, asking them, why can't we support regime change in Iran? And I was told, because you don't have any alternatives. There is not enough unity. If we support regime change, there's going to be internal war, and we cannot be supporting that. And that was a fair comment. Iranians today are more united than ever. Millions came out on 8th and 9th of January inside Iran, and on 14th of February outside Iran, by the calling from Prince Reza Pahlavi. Thank you. They risked their life to show you that we do have a true representative. I hear this from a lot of you politicians, and I thank you for saying you stand with the people of Iran. But if you do, accept Prince Reza Pahlavi as our representative and help us put an end to this terrorist regime. Thank you.
It is my pleasure to read a message sent to us by the Honourable Peter Malinauskas, Premier of South Australia, in support of this evening. Radio Neshat's 2026 Persian Awards Night, now in its second edition, celebrates the remarkable achievements of Australia's Persian-speaking community. This year's theme, Where Honour Shines, recognises Persian-speaking Australians who, through their passion, dedication, creativity and excellence, contribute to 11 award categories. Their work strengthens and enriches our nation's cultural diversity, fosters social progress, and enhances our economic prosperity. As Premier of South Australia, I'm proud of the many ways our state's Persian-speaking community leads by example. Their exceptional contributions have deepened the cultural bonds that connect us all, making our diverse communities even more inclusive, welcoming, and resilient. On behalf of all South Australians, I extend my warmest congratulations to the nominees, finalists, and winners of the 2026 Persian Awards. Thank you for your inspirational work and for your devoted service to our proudly multicultural nation. I also extend my sincere thanks to Radio Neshat for their unwavering support for these awards, as well as to the esteemed judging panel and sponsors for helping make these awards and this event a memorable celebration. We are now delighted to welcome two of our staple of our cultural celebrations and masters of their craft. Their music is not just widely recognised but deeply respected by the Victorian arts community. Let's give them a warm welcome. We are now delighted to welcome two of our community's most celebrated performers. Oh, I apologise. They just play. In continuing our recognition of community service, we turn our attention to honouring Australia's law enforcement and emergency services, whose dedication, courage and commitment play a vital role in protecting and supporting our communities. To assist with the presentation of these awards, it is my pleasure to invite Ms. Rana Ibrahimi in appreciation of her leadership and service in supporting migrant and refugee youth in Australia, and Mr. Wahidullah Waisi, Ambassador of Afghanistan to Australia, to the stage. Please join me in welcoming them. Representing Victoria State Emergency Services, we invite David Tuchek, Operations Manager Capability Development and State Agency Commander. Representing the Australian Federal Police, we invite Detective Inspector Spiros Drossos. Please welcome them to the stage. We would like to sincerely thank Ms. Rana Ibrahimi and Mr. Wahidullah Waisi for their kind support in joining us this evening. As leading advocates for multicultural youth and a distinguished voice in international diplomacy, their presence reflects a profound commitment to the human rights that define our community. I would like to invite them to share a few words.
Hello everyone. Well, it's a little bit surprise for me, so I didn't prepare a speech, but like everyone else, I want to share that I'm standing with my sisters and brothers in Iran and really appreciate the amazing work that has been done to bring us together. So thank you so much for this gift. Thank you.
بانوان و آقایان گرامی، مهمانان گرامی، مهمانان ارجمند، برندگان عزیز و دوستان عالی قدر، شب شما خوش. امشب حضور در شب جوایز فارسی زبانان استرالیا یک افتخار بسیار بزرگ برای من است. این گردهمایی تنها یک مراسم تقدیر نیست، بلکه جشن هویت، جشن فرهنگ و سمگیری یک جامعه ریشه‌دار در سرزمین فرصت‌ها است. جامعه فارسی زبان با پیشینه چند هزار ساله از اندیشه، از هنر، از دل تاریخ پرفراز و نشیب خود گنجینه به همراه آورده است که نامه‌های چون حافظ، مولانا و فردوسی بر تارک آن می‌درخشد. فردوسی با شاهنامه‌اش زبان و هویت ما را از گزند زمان حفظ کرد و به ما آموخت که ملت‌ها با فرهنگ و با روایت زنده میمانند. مولانا پیام‌آور عشق و انسانیت بود. او مرزها را شکست و و انسان را فراتر از قوم و مذهب شناخت. حافظ با غزلهایش آزادی روح و ظرافت اندیشه را به ما هدیه داد و یادآور شد که در سخت‌ترین روزگار نیز امید و زیبایی را میتوان زنده نگه داشت. مایلم از جناب آقای مسعود ظهوری و رادیو نشاط صمیمانه قدردانی کنم. رسانه ها و این شکل از برنامه ها یک پل ارتباط میان نسل ها و فرهنگ ها است. در این حال امروز نمیتوانیم که از وضعیتی که هم در ایران همین لحظه و همین اکنون و هم در افغانستان جریان دارد چشم پوشی کنیم. هر دو کشور با چالش‌های بسیار سخت و دشوار و با آزمون بسیار سخت روبرو هستند. اما تاریخ به ما نشان میده که فرهنگ، شعر، اندیشه در تاریک‌ترین دوران‌ها پیام‌آور امید و چراغ امید برای همه ملت‌های ما بوده است. در کشور چون استرالیا که بر پایه تنوع فرهنگی استوار است، جامعه فارسی زبان با حفظ ریشه‌های خود و سهمگیری فعال در عرصه‌های مختلف نمونه موفق از همزیستی و مشارکت است. پیام امشب ما روشن است. هویت ما میتواند پل برای پیوند باشد، نه دیوار برای جدایی. فرهنگ ما سرمایه است که نه تنها ما را به گذشته وصل میکند بلکه آینده را نیز روشن میسازد. برای همه برگزار کنندگان موفقیت و کامیابی میخواهم و امیدوار هستم که این گونه شب نمادی از تداوم درخشش فرهنگ هر دو ملت ها و تمام جامعه فارسی زبان باشد. خیلی ممنون.
It is my pleasure to read a message sent to us by the Honourable Andrew Barr, Chief Minister of the Australian Capital Territory, in support of this evening. I extend my warmest wishes to everyone attending the Persian Awards Night Australia 2026. I would like to congratulate and recognise the outstanding achievements of the nominees within the Persian community, from science, technology and entrepreneurship through to sport, media and the visual arts. These achievements highlight excellence across a wide range of fields and the community's meaningful contribution to Canberra. I also wish to express my sincere gratitude to Radio Neshat. Your efforts play an invaluable role in strengthening the fabric of our community and celebrating the achievements of the Persian community. While I'm unable to join you in person, I extend my best wishes for an enjoyable evening of celebration. I wish each nominee every success and trust that the evening will appropriately reflect the remarkable contributions and achievements of the Persian community. Andrew Barr. We are very pleased to have Gelly with us tonight as a performer. Gelly is a qualified music educator with a Bachelor of Music and an Associate in Music Australia. She's well known for bringing families together through inclusive, community-focused music programs, teaching children of diverse abilities, including those on the autism spectrum and those with ADHD. Please welcome Gelly to the stage.
Good evening. Before I begin, I dedicate this performance to the memory of more than 4,000 innocent lives lost in Iran. As I play this elegy by Arno Babajanian, I mourn with their families, I weep for the dreams they never saw, and I honor their strength in the face of unimaginable loss. May this music be a bridge between sorrow and hope.
We are now pleased to share a special video message from the Honourable Roger Cook, Premier of Western Australia.
As Premier of Western Australia, I'm proud to lead a state that is rich in cultural. As Premier of Western Australia, I'm proud to lead a state that is rich in cultural diversity. WA is home to more than 7,500 Persian language speakers from birthplaces including Iran, Afghanistan and Pakistan. The many ways that culturally and linguistically diverse communities enrich our society are cause for celebration. Events like this one are a powerful way to honour cultural heritage bring people together and strengthen unity. This supports social cohesion and is part of being a society where everyone feels a sense of belonging. And tonight is all about that sense of belonging, celebrating culture, community and connection. Congratulations to this year's award recipients who have demonstrated outstanding achievement in fields such as community service and social leadership, visual arts and music. Together, these category winners reflect how people from Persian-speaking communities in Western Australia and throughout the nation are shining bright as a valued part of our cultural mosaic. I hope you all have a fantastic time as you share in the excitement of the Persian Awards Night, Australia 2026.
Have made a significant impact to their fields and wider community. To present the awards for this category, we are honoured to welcome the Honourable Claire O'Neill, Federal Member for Hotham, Minister for Housing, Minister for Homelessness and Minister for Cities. Please join me in welcoming her to the stage. In appreciation of her exceptional expertise and service within the Australian banking and finance sector and representing Liberty Network Services, we are pleased to invite Ms. Sonia Gardner to the stage to receive this recognition.
It's with mixed emotions to accept this award at these times. It was hard to prepare a speech as I just couldn't put it together. I am proud to be Persian. I am sad for the people of Iran, and also a sense of gratitude to the Australian government for the freedom we all have. Let us take a moment of silence for all those lives that were lost due to the recent events.
In appreciation of his outstanding services as Director of Visayob Migration Services and a Senior Migration Expert in Australia, we are pleased to invite Dr. Siduz Ahmadi to the stage to receive this recognition.
It's an incredible honour to accept this award on behalf of my father, My dad's hard work goes far beyond founding and leading Visoyop. What inspires me most is not just his professional dedication, but the way he shows up for people, for our family, for friends, and even for those he has never met before. I've watched him work tirelessly to help so many people in Iran build safer and more secure lives. Everything I am, sorry.
In appreciation of his outstanding services as a senior tax agent and auditor in Australia, and as director of Mizal Partners, we are pleased to invite Mr. Ryan Mizal to the stage to receive this recognition. In appreciation of her valuable services as an expert in biomechanics and sports sciences in Australia, we are pleased to invite Dr. Nassim Foroughi to the stage to receive this recognition.
Good evening. I was told I have 1 to 3 minutes, but based on Iranian time, it could be anything between 3 to 30 minutes. I'm truly honored to receive this award from Radio Neshat. As a biomechanist and a personal trainer, my work has never been just about movement. It's been about people. Biomechanics teach us how our body works, but mental health teaches us why we move, and sometimes why we stop. Throughout my publications and research and personal training work, I have seen that strength is not just physical, it's emotional resilience. It's about showing up on the days you don't feel strong. It's choosing discipline over doubt. My mission has always been to bridge between science and real life, to take evidence-based biomechanics and use it to empower everyday people to feel more confident in their bodies and strong in their minds. To anyone struggling silently, movement is medicine. Discipline creates stability. And strength, real strength, comes from within. Thank you for this honor. I dedicate it to anyone who chooses strength over limitation and freedom over fear, especially to the brave people of Iran during this difficult time. To freedom.
In In appreciation of his valuable services as IT Manager at Radio Neshat, Australia, we are pleased to invite Mr. Ehsan Haryati to the stage to receive this recognition. To celebrate his achievements as a leading figure in Australian dentistry, the award for the Distinguished Expert category goes to Dr. Mehdad Abul Qasimi. Please welcome him to the stage.
Good evening. With a heavy heart, I want to begin by acknowledging the profound sorrow many of us feel about the recent tragedies and loss of life in Iran. I would like to sincerely thank Mr. Zuhuri, the founder of Radio Neshat, and his family for the wonderful evening and for bringing together such an inspiring group of people tonight. Your dedication and hard work truly make this occasion possible, and I'm deeply grateful. When I first started, it was with one small, humble clinic built on hard work, long hours, and simple vision to provide quality care to every patient step by step. With the support of our community, the small beginning has grown into a modern, high-tech clinic equipped with latest technologies and advanced equipment. Tonight, I also want to respectfully acknowledge the authorities in Victoria. The Iranian community here in Victoria is strong, well-educated, and full of skilled professionals. I encourage our leaders to recognize and engage this community's immense potential by inviting collaboration and contribution to the social and economic growth of this state. Thank you again to the organizers, and thank you all for your support and presence tonight. Thank you.
We would like to sincerely thank the Honourable Claire O'Neill for their kind support in joining us this evening. Her presence tonight reflects a deep commitment to the Persian-speaking community, and I would like to invite them to share a few words.
Darud, good evening, everyone. I want to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we meet and the very many distinguished guests who are here this evening, and particularly my friends from the Federal Parliament. We have Minister Peter Khalil here, Gabriel Matt Gregg, and Senator Raf Ciccone, and also colleagues from our state parliament and from local government. It is a genuine honour to be here tonight when Sonia gave her speech a few minutes ago, she talked about not being able to find the words, and I feel a little bit of that myself, almost overwhelmed at the incredible power and inspiration that's come from the people in this room. The speeches that we have heard tonight have been so incredibly powerful, and these three beautiful cultural performances that I will not be forgetting for a long time. We should not be surprised, of course, because this is what Persian culture is all about. Persian culture is one of the oldest civilizations in the world, and the astonishment of what this has brought to us in the rest of the world really can't be marked in poetry, in science, in mathematics, in philosophy, and so much more. And of course, we are so lucky in Australia to be able to benefit from and experience some of that legacy. And we have heard about the incredible things the people in this room have achieved in Australia tonight, in businesses and laboratories, in classrooms and hospitals, in your art, in your music and your leadership. We are so lucky that you are helping us shape modern Australia, and I'm pleased to be here tonight to acknowledge that. I also want to say that it's very clear, of course, that we come tonight with celebration and enormous pride in what's been achieved. But that celebration doesn't sit in isolation from what is going on in Iran. We saw some of the footage, and I know for every single person in this room, this is not something that you watch on the nightly news. This is your community, it's your homeland, and for many people in this room, it is your family. We are watching women and girls have to stand up for their autonomy. We're watching peaceful protests that are met with violence and aggression. And there are people in this room I know who carry great fear for their loved ones. The footage that we saw of protesters standing up in the face of what is abject repression of people's basic human rights, it showed me the incredible courage that people in this room and those in Iran are taking. And I want you to know that the fight is not foreign to you, and it is not foreign to me either. I got involved in politics to fight for people to have freedom and choices. And when Iranian women say Zan, Zindagi, Azadi, they are speaking not about something happening in Iran, but about a universal truth, and that is that dignity belongs to people and not to governments. Your fight for dignity is not separate from the values that we love in here in Australia. It is absolutely connected to them. Now, I am a student of history, and history tells us something very important about what's happening right now. Persian civilization is thousands of years old. It has triumphed over empires, invasions, revolutions, and upheavals, and it has given the world great gifts of poetry, of beauty, of architecture, scholarship. Repressive governments come and go, but cultures like yours endure, and that is not just hope, that is human history. Iran is not defined by its regime, it is defined by the contribution of its people, and I am so pleased to be here celebrating with you tonight, standing with you in struggle, but making sure that we acknowledge how lucky we are as Australians that so many of you have chosen our beautiful country to make your home. Thank you for having me tonight.
We now move to the science and technology category, recognising innovation, research excellence, and the technological leadership that shapes our future. To assist with the presentation of awards in this category, it is an honour to invite the Honourable Peter Khalil, Assistant Minister for Defence and Federal Member for Wills, to the stage. Please join me in welcoming him. Before announcing our recipients, we would like to thank the respected judges of the Science and Technology category for their expertise. At this time, we kindly invite the following judges to join us on stage. Dr. Ali Qasimzadeh from the University of Melbourne, Dr. Babak Mukhtarani, University of Newcastle School of Engineering, and Ms. Arvin Khadem Samimi, Technical Manager at Viola, Australia and New Zealand. Please welcome them. In appreciation of their outstanding contributions and valuable roles in science and technology, we are pleased to invite Dr. Pega Varamini to the stage to receive their recognition.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much to Radio Neshat and all organizers for making this great night. Nearly 2 decades ago, I arrived in Australia with ambition in one hand and uncertainty in the other, but also with the belief that knowledge and perseverance can make a difference. For me, that journey has been expressed in 2 languages: music and science. In science, I'm endeavoring to develop new therapies for most challenging types of breast cancer that affects millions of women worldwide, including in Australia. In music, as a composer, pianist, vocalist, and on top of all, music educator, I'm trying hard to bring Persian classical music formally into the tertiary music of Australia. And now this music is not only performed, but also studied, examined, and respected within the frameworks of Australian education. Music is continuity, science is responsibility, and both are acts of hope. This award does not belong to me alone. It belongs to my mentors who believed in me. It belongs to all our patients, my students who work alongside me, and everyone from our diaspora striving for excellence while honoring their roots. I accept this recognition as a responsibility to serve through science, to preserve through music, and to contribute with integrity wherever I stand. Thank you.
In appreciation of their outstanding contributions and valuable roles in science and technology, we are pleased to invite Dr. Puriya Lesoni to the stage to receive their recognition. Innovation is rarely a solitary journey, and tonight we recognise 2 individuals who have pushed the boundaries of their respective fields. Professor Shukufa Shamsi is a specialist in both veterinary and medical sciences, leading a world-class parasitology research team. She is a global expert in parasite identification diagnostics, with expertise in both conventional morphological and molecular methods. Her work extends beyond taxonomy to understand parasitism, parasite transmission through food webs, food safety and biosecurity, and how parasite populations respond to environmental and human-driven change across different ecosystems. Through shaping the future of global health, it is an honour to invite Professor Shukufa Shamsi to the stage.
evening, everyone. It's a genuine honor to accept this award tonight on behalf of my mother. 24 years ago, she arrived in Australia with hope, determination, and the courage to begin again in a completely new country. Like many migrants, she stepped into the unknown with very little certainty, but with a deep commitment to building a meaningful life through hard work and integrity. Starting over wasn't easy. There were challenges, sacrifices, and moments that required immense resilience. But she chose persistence over fear, contribution over comfort, and service over recognition. Through her work in science and education, she has always believed that knowledge should protect people, empower communities, and create opportunity. She has worked to build bridges across cultures, across disciplines, and across generations. And she has done so quietly without ever seeking attention. She would like to sincerely thank Radio Neshat and the respective review committee and everyone who has supported her along the way. Colleagues, mentors, friends, and community members. She understands that no achievement happens in isolation, and she carries deep gratitude for those who stood beside her throughout this journey. This award isn't just a personal milestone for her, but a reflection of her strength, perseverance, and contribution of immigrant women across Australia. On her behalf, thank you for this recognition. It means more than words can express.
Joining her tonight is Dr. Reza Nosrati, an Associate Professor Lecturer in the Department of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering at Monash University. He completed his PhD in Mechanical Engineering at the University of Toronto and previously held an NCERC postdoctoral fellowship at Queen's University. Dr. Nosrati's research specialises in microfluidics and nanofluidics with real-world impact in translational medicine and reproductive health. His work has been published in journals, including Nature Communications and Nature Reviews Urology, and he has received several prestigious awards for his research excellence. Please welcome Dr. Reza Nosrati to the stage.
Thank you very much for this tremendous honor, especially given so many bright and brilliant scientists and professors that I know of in Australia. I would like to also sincerely thank Mr. Zuhuri and the entire Radio Neshat Persian Award team for this wonderful recognition, and of course for putting such an amazing event together. A special thank to Mr. Khaki for his nomination and putting his time and trust in me. And of course, all of the mentors and my team who are the real people who basically take a lot of ideas that we discuss and make them a reality, which is not always easy, but I believe we all agree that it's quite meaningful. A big thank to my lovely wife Mahsan and our fair baby Rose Gold, who bring love and support to what I'm doing. And at the end, the biggest thank you to my parents, my brothers, and my family back home in my first home, Iran. I think our thoughts and our heart are with them, and I just wish all the peace and freedom for Iran. Thank you.
We are very grateful to have the Honourable Peter Khalil with us this evening. He is a dedicated voice in our national government for the diverse communities that shape our state, and we appreciate their support in being here with us tonight. I would like to invite them to share a few words.
Thank you, Ava. You're doing a terrific job as MC, by the way. Let me start by saying, As bekhair, dostan am, shetorid. That's, I've been practicing my Persian. That's as far as I'll go, though. You have here tonight a number of important dignitaries, very special people, and we've heard all of the formalities. But I do want to point out that having Minister Claire O'Neill here, my federal colleagues, Gabrielle Ng, and also Matt Gregg, and many of the state MPs like John Mullahy and others, as well as councillors, is a demonstration of the commitment that many representatives in our democracy have to the Iranian Australian community. And I'll talk a bit about the fact that not only have we stood up and spoken on behalf of the community, there's been real substantive work, and I know Claire, in her former iteration as Home Affairs Minister, has been responsible for much of that very good work and important work in support of the diaspora community here in Australia. But first, I just want to share with you my experience. 27 years ago, in 1999, it was brought to my attention by many of my Iranian friends at the time, the great bravery of the students at Tabriz University, who stood up bravely against the regime. And that started my passion and my commitment to supporting the resistance against the extremist totalitarian regime that I know many of you have been resisting for 47 years. Because for 47 years, those extremists have put their jackboot on the necks of the Iranian people. They have obliterated artists, they've silenced journalists, they have co-opted scientists, they have torn asunder families. They have massacred their own people. We've heard and we know the reports that there's likely probably more than 30,000 people have been massacred by the Iranian regime, by the IRGC and the extremists. If there's any argument for the illegitimacy of a regime, that's it. To kill your own people in this way. But not only that, as we've heard and we know, they have exported their terror to proxies across the Middle East and sponsored terrorism across the world. And so I know it is a very difficult time for all of you here, many of you who may have family in Tehran or Isfahan or anywhere around Iran. It is a very, very difficult time. And we, as an Australian government, as I said, have not only stood up and supported you, we've taken real actions. And I go back to Claire's work, especially when she was Home Affairs Minister, by bolstering that sanctions framework, by actually enabling sanctions of some 200 Iranian-linked persons and entities, almost 100 IRGC-linked officials and entities since 2022 have been put on that sanctions list. And so the work that she did in that period was very important because of the threats that were emanating towards many of you in this room, many of them my friends, the diaspora community who've experienced the attacks on them and their families in Australia. Totally unacceptable. And that is why it was so important that the government took such action. Now, many of you are going through this difficult time, I know, but I want you to also know that all of us, all of our federal colleagues here, and I'm sure the state colleagues as well, and local government, we're here to support you, and I've been very passionate in making sure that I support as many members of the Iranian community with their visas and their refugee status over many, many years. I can't understand why, with the courage, the bravery, the sacrifice that has been made by Iranians, that there is not more attention on this across our communities, in the media, in civic society. Yes, there's much suffering in the world. There's great suffering. You know, tens of thousands of people have been massacred in Myanmar, tens of thousands in Palestine and Israel in that war, tens of thousands in Ukraine, in Congo. But it seems to me that there has been something missing in the attention or lack of attention on the bravery and the courage of the people of Iran. They have stood up time and time again for the very values that we take for granted in this country, the freedom and the democracy and the human rights that we take for granted in this country, they are standing and protesting and dying and being killed for those principles. That is such great courage and such great inspiration for all of us here in Australia. And the least we can do is stand up, as we have in our government, and support the people of Iran in their struggle and support the diaspora community here. I truly hope that this regime falls, that it happens quickly. Many of you know that dictatorships, the stronger they look on the outside, the more rotten they are in the core, the more brittle they are. And we hope that the suffering is limited, that the deaths of civilians is limited, and that this regime falls as quickly as possible so that the people of Iran, the great people of Persia, can once again shine and join the community of nations and display the greatness that they have of their people, like the many award winners that we've seen tonight. I'm not going to make an argument about which is better, ancient Egypt or ancient Persia. I'm a bit biased, but I want to see Persia rise again. Thank you very much.
To share a piece of original artistry with us tonight, it is my pleasure to invite Nassim to the stage for a special dance performance. Please join me in welcoming her. It is my pleasure to read a message sent to us by the Honourable Chris Minns, Premier of New South Wales, in support of this evening. My best wishes to everyone attending the 2026 Persian Awards Night. These awards recognise the outstanding contributions of Persian-speaking Australians across a wide range of fields, from science and technology to music, cinema and community service. They are also a powerful reminder of the contributions the Persian community make to the Australian life. I'm particularly proud that so many of this year's finalists have been selected from New South Wales. Their talent, leadership and service are an inspiration not only to our state but to this entire country. I congratulate the organisers at Radio Neshat Australia for delivering this important event. Congratulations once again to all finalists and award recipients. I wish you all a wonderful evening celebrating this incredible community. Christmas. We now move to the cinema category, celebrating the visionaries and technical masters who bring our experiences to life on the screen. To assist with the presentation of the awards in this category, it is our honour to invite Senator Raf Ciccone, Chair of the Parliamentary Joint Committee on Intelligence and Security and Chair of the Senate Foreign Affairs, Defence and Trade Legislation Committee. Please join me in welcoming him. Before announcing the recipients, we would like to thank the respected judges of the cinema category, Ms. Fatima Motamad Arya and Ms. Armin Miladi. I apologize, Mr. Armin Miladi. At this time, we kindly invite Mr. Armin Miladi to come to the stage.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Zuhri, for this awards night. Tonight, we stand here as a nation in mourning. We have lost many lives, many of them young, full of potential and hope. But as we gather here tonight, we are receiving deeply painful news that the war has broken out in our home country, which is really terrible. I had prepared a speech to talk, but that doesn't even matter. Like, cinema feels so small to what's happening currently in our country. I was in Tehran when the 12-day war happened, and as I entered this room tonight, I heard the news of this happening. All those fear and anxiety suddenly threw back in my face. I couldn't even sit on my seat. It's really terrible. I'm feeling for all my family and friends right now in Iran, and I hope, I don't know, like, I don't support any war, but I hope at least this brings something good to that country. I don't want to see that great civilization that we have destroyed. That would be such a shame if something bad happens for innocent lives who are there. I know that we all want a free Iran, but hopefully this would come with compassion and wisdom, خرد و مهر, as our ancient wisdom teaches us, نیروی اهورایی که هستند با ما. I just wanted to share that with you and tell our Iranian friends that our thoughts are with you. My thoughts are with all my family and friends and everyone's family and friends in Iran, and I hope we don't see many ones got killed and injured from the innocent civilians in Iran. Thank you very much.
In recognition of his valuable impact in theatre, we are pleased to invite Ehsan Bayatfar to the stage to receive their recognition. first winner in the cinema category is a visionary storyteller whose work has resonated globally, broadcasting in over 26 countries. From his acclaimed documentary, Love, Marriage in Kabul, which earned the Audience Award at the Sydney Film Festival and Best Direction from Australian Directors Guide, to his latest feature, Tennessee, now streaming on SBS On Demand. His impact on the screen is undeniable. Beyond his own directing, he has spent over a decade fostering the next generation of talent as the driving force behind the Persian Film Festival in Australia. For his outstanding leadership and contribution to the cinematic arts, please join me in welcoming to the stage Dr. Armin Palangi.
Thank you very much for this great honor, particularly Mr. Huzuri and the Radio Neshat team and the Persian Award Nights team. First, I want to mention, yes, I do have a PhD, but it's not like any other doctors in the room. My PhD is in film, and I deal with humanities. As a filmmaker, my work has always been about listening to stories that are often unheard, unseen, or deliberately silenced. I have been privileged to work with people who live in the fringes of our society, migrants, displaced communities, and those who live under oppressive regimes. Through my films and through the work that I do at the Persian Film Festival, I've tried to create a space where voices can be heard freely, where stories from Iran and Afghanistan are shared with and can exist without fear, without censorship, and certainly without distortion. Today, this work feels more urgent than ever. In Iran, in Afghanistan, and many other places in the world, we see that people are risking everything, including their lives, to be heard and seen. In such moments, I actually believe, and this is perhaps thanks to my parents who are both artists and brought me to this wonderful land and instilled in me that the most valuable thing in life is creation. So in these moments, I believe that storytelling is not just that, it's not just art, it's an act of resistance. This recognition does not belong to me alone. It is dedicated to my collaborators, to people and to the brave individual people who have trusted me with their stories to showcase them on screens, to audiences like yourselves who chose to listen with empathy, and of course, to the artists and filmmakers who continue to create art, films, and share those stories, and I guess refuse to be silenced. Thank you very much.
Dr. Amin, I apologize for mispronouncing your name. It's a tough gig up here. I promise I'm trying my best. Thank you. Our second winner in the cinema category is a filmmaker whose work has become a lifeline for stories that might otherwise be silenced. As the founder and director of the Iran International Film Festival Australia, he has spent the last decade creating a global platform for Afghan cinema, celebrating its 10th anniversary just this past year. Through his own films, including the powerful new documentary Salam Sangi, and his tireless advocacy, he ensures that Afghan culture and creativity continue to thrive and inspire audiences across the world. for his outstanding contributions to cinema and his unwavering commitment to cultural preservation. We congratulate Mr. Fahim Hashimi.
All right, I was told to speak short. I just wanted to say thank you so much for Mr. Huzuri and Radio Neshat for such a great event tonight. It's a truly honor to receiving the Persian award. I just want to dedicate this award to all filmmakers who are sending films to us. It's from around the world for the Ghana International Film Festival, especially the filmmakers who are sending films from Iran and Afghanistan. We know how those countries are under, and when they're sending films to us, it's a huge honor, and I just want to dedicate this award to them. And this award feels heavy, heavy as mountains of Pamir of Afghanistan, not just in weight, but in responsibility. Being recognized in this way inspired us to work even harder to promote and preserve the great legacy of Ferdowsi and Maulana, and that beauty of our Persian language. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for the award.
We would like to pay tribute to our esteemed judge for the cinema category, Ms. Fatemeh Motamad Arya, a cinematic icon. Though she cannot be here with us tonight, her influence on art and her commitment to authenticity are felt by every artist in this room. She remains a guiding voice in Iranian art today, and we are proud to honor her immense and ongoing contribution to cinema. Ms. Motamad Arya has sent a message to be read tonight. Hello. I'm sorry that tonight I am not with you, to hold hands and lean on one another's shoulders, shedding tears together for the horrific nightmare that never leaves us even for a moment. The nightmare of the massacre and imprisonment of our compatriots in Iran. I'm sorry that I am not beside you, for being together and standing side by side is the only way to endure the pain and suffering of this great wound inflicted upon our homeland, and to pass through this collective mourning. I also extend my greetings to our Australian guests and sincerely thank them for not leaving the people of Iran alone during these dark and difficult times. I hope of seeing you in a free, liberated, and prosperous Iran. Thank you to tonight's judges. We are sincerely grateful to have Senator Raf Ciccone with us this evening. His presence here tonight is a testament to his commitment to a stronger, more inclusive Australia. And it is now my pleasure to invite them to share a few words.
Thank you very much, and good evening, everyone. I'm just mindful of time, so I'm going to keep my remarks very, very short. Look, As a member of the Federal Parliament, as a Senator, it's obviously a great pleasure to be here tonight with you all, despite the circumstances that we are all probably feeling right now. But to also recognise its outstanding achievements in the community, in the Persian community, particularly when it comes to film and arts, it's so important. As a son of migrants and many migrants in the room here tonight, being able to demonstrate and show our culture to others, not just within our own community, but to others here in Australia, the greatest country on earth, is such an important part of who we are, our fabric as Australia. And this is why many of us have chosen to come to Australia, to migrate to Australia. And I'm so proud to be an Australian. And also to see my parents work hard, and many parents in the room here work hard to have their children have the best life that they could wish for, despite what is happening around the world at the moment. And I think this is something that we all need to celebrate, and this is a testament to the Persian community for celebrating your culture, for ensuring that your culture continues for thousands of more years to come. And it's these events that really do put at the centre about who we are as a nation. I know many have touched on tonight about what is happening right now in Iran. And I know, as a member of the Federal Parliament, we have been very busy to standing with the Iranian community. Earlier this week, the committee that I chair in the Intelligence and Security Committee held our first inquiry into the listing of the IRGC as a terrorist organisation for state sponsorship of terrorism. And I just wanted to acknowledge the many people who are in the room here tonight who were brave enough to come forward publicly and share their stories and put on the record what is happening over in Iran. And on top of this, only a few weeks ago, it was a unifying moment. All sides of politics came together to condemn the Iranian Islamic regime in Iran, moving a motion in the Australian Senate that I and many others were very happy to sponsor to condemn the actions that have occurred, that have condemned the actions of the regime that brutally attacks its own people. I just want one point that I want to make here tonight to make sure that everyone understands that it doesn't matter what side of politics people are on, it is so good to see here tonight there are representatives from local, state, federal, and across the political spectrum who are together, who are in unison, who support the Iranian community. Australia is very, very clear. We stand with the people of Iran, and we'll continue to work with our international partners to make sure that we do hold the regime to account. And may we carry the lion's strength with dignity and let the sun of the Iranian culture share brightly for many, many generations to come. Have a good night, and free Iran.
We are honoured to have with us tonight guest speaker, Mr. Ek Takdir, an experienced barrister and nationally accredited mediator. Mr. Takdir is a specialist in family law, representing clients across the Federal Circuit and Family Court of Australia. Beyond the courtroom, he is a tireless advocate for the people of Iran, dedicating his expertise and energy to supporting our community and standing firm for justice and human dignity. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Ek Takdir to the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen and distinguished guests, it is an honour to be here tonight, and I want to congratulate all the award winners. I'm told that I have a limit of 2 minutes, which is very difficult for a barrister who likes to talk, but also difficult for any Iranian who has 2,500 years of history behind them. So if I'm to choose my time wisely, I want to impress upon you one practical point which will help Iranians in their lion and sun revolution for regime change. Many Iranians know there is a massive language disconnect by media and world governments when discussing Iranian affairs. So, the greatest the greatest favour our non-Iranian guests, especially those with power and influence, can provide is to take note of one critical point. There is no such thing as an Iranian regime. Their correct name is the Islamic Republic regime. This is a very important point for all Iranians, which I hope our guest speakers take with them tonight. The Iranian people are going through a very devastating time at the moment, so these sorts of nuances are very important for us. When the Islamic Republic is not mentioned by name, it's not good enough to call them the regime in Iran, because it deprives Iranians of the opportunity to reclaim their culture, reclaim their national identity, and reclaim who they are. And by Iranians, I mean Muslims, Christians, Jews, Baha'is, seculars, they're all Iranians. And every Iranian will tell you this. The Iranian woman who frees herself from her hijab once she returns back home. The Iranian father who has to go to pay bullet money to the Katizak mass morgue to retrieve the corpse of their child. And that's why this sort of language is important. Now, Iranians tonight are in a very historic moment. Iranians are taking back Iran with the assistance of their allies. And it's a very important night for us. Iranians unite under the leadership of Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi. And let's keep it real, not every leader enjoys 100% support. That doesn't happen, but there is no leader who has, because of their, there is no leader like Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi, who has, because of his historic roots and because of the principles he espouses, he has managed to immobilize millions of brave, unarmed Iranians to stand up and rise against this brutal Islamic Republic regime. So I ask our leaders to listen to the Iranian community, because we are not here just to be the voice of people in Iran. We are here to be the voice for people in Australia, to protect Australia from the harms that we know exist from the IRGC and their terrorist mercenaries. So I thank you for listening to me tonight, because I want to say one last word. We in the diaspora, we are not just a voice for people in Iran because we want to go home to Iran tomorrow. We are a voice for people in Iran because of that unborn child from the next generation, that unborn Iranian child who deserves to live an Iranian life in Iran. Thank you for listening to me. Javid Shah, Payande Iran.
We now move to the entrepreneurship category, recognising vision and innovation in business. This category celebrates individuals who've created opportunity, driven economic growth, and demonstrated leadership that positively impacted both industry and community. To present the awards of this category, we are pleased to invite Mr. Matt Gregg, Federal Member of Deakin. Please welcome him with a warm round of applause. In appreciation of their outstanding services as a leading shipping company in Australia, we invite Orion Shipping Company, represented by Mr. Mohammad Sinai, to the stage to receive their recognition. Who is unable to be here with us tonight. In appreciation of his valuable services as a young entrepreneur in Australia, we invite Mr. Sanand Suhudi, Managing Director of National Floors, to the stage to receive their recognition.
By now, national floors have been in thousands of homes. And every time we step in one of those homes, it makes me think of something simple. Home isn't just four walls. Home is where you have your guards down. Home is where you have your kids running around without fear. Home is where you can exhale. It's where you're not performing, you're just being yourself. And ultimately, I believe home is where you feel safe. And understanding what it feels to be home, it's really hard not to think about countries in the world where that feeling has been taken away. In the recent times, we have witnessed my home country facing one of the worst massacres happening in humanity right now. And the worst part is the people of Iran are not feeling safe in their streets and countries, but they're not even feeling safe at their own homes. And we are in 2026, and that is not okay. Putting that aside, I'm extremely grateful to be in Australia and to accept this award here tonight. But I don't think this only belongs to me. We have our team members sitting at table number 30 and 32 that have come along with us, and the collective effort taking place in National Floors has led us to this point. I want to thank our customers for trusting us with your homes. None of us at National Floors take that trust lightly. And we will be in a lot more homes installing flooring, and as long as we have privilege to do that, we're going to treat your home like our own, because we know how you feel about it. Lastly, I want to thank Radio Neshat for putting all this event together and bringing attention to what's happening in my hometown in Iran. And my dream, my hope, and I pray that one day Iranians can feel safe at their own homes. Thank you.
In appreciation of her valuable services as an NDIS provider and an advocate for cultural inclusion in Australia, we invite Tina Keane to the stage to receive their recognition.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight, standing here is not just an honor. Seeing so many successful Iranians in this room makes me with pride for our beautiful culture. This moment is not only mine, it's also shared by everyone who works hard to make changes. My journey from being an actress to supporting people with disability and their recovery journeys hasn't been easy. In a new land, I fell, I broke, over and over, but I chose to count only the times I stood up again, and I'm sure I'm not alone with that. We came through changes, through challenges, through a starting over. We didn't just arrive to Australia, we rebuilt, we adopted, and we showed what we are truly capable of. I deeply appreciate my team who always stand beside me, and special thanks, Mr. Zuhuri, for organizing this wonderful gathering. I would like to dedicate this award to the young souls in my homeland who paid the highest price and killed by regime. Their courage will always be remembered. Thank you all.
This award celebrates an entrepreneur who has demonstrated exceptional vision and leadership. By bridging markets and fostering growth, he has significantly elevated the profile of Atlas Fine Foods within the Australian industry. In recognition of his success and his commitment to professional excellence, we are proud to name our first winner in the Entrepreneurship category, Mr. Arash Torabi. Please welcome him. Celebrate a visionary leader in the world of educational retail and the success of arts in toys, our next award goes to an entrepreneur whose commitment to growth and community is truly inspiring. Please join me in congratulating our winner, Mr. Payman Danish Parvat.
Good evening, everyone. I'm proud to be standing here on behalf of my father, the founder of Art and Toys Electric Ride-on Cars. What started as a small idea turned into a growing business built on strategy, risk-taking, and long-term vision. My dad didn't just want to sell products. He wanted to build a brand known for quality, reliability, and innovation in the electric ride-on car market. When my father moved from Iran, he brought with him ambition, discipline, and a strong entrepreneurial mindset. Starting fresh in a new environment isn't easy, but he focused on understanding the market, building strong supplier relationships, and creating real value for customers. Entrepreneurship isn't just about making sales. It's about solving problems, adapting to change, managing risk, and thinking long-term. There were challenges, competition, logistics, economic pressure, but resilience and smart decision-making kept the business moving forward. Art and Toys represents more than ride-on cars. It represents vision, calculated risk, and the belief that consistent effort leads to growth. On behalf of my father and our team, thank you for recognizing the work behind the brand. This award motivates us to continue expanding and innovating in the industry. Thank you.
We would sincerely like to thank Mr. Matt Gregg for his kind support and for joining us this evening. As a leader driven by a vision for a stronger, fairer future for all, we are delighted to have that vision represented here tonight. We would be honoured if you would share a few words.
Well, good evening and thank you all. It was such a privilege to present the award for entrepreneurship. That courage, passion and determination has been characteristic of the fantastic Iranian community we've had here in Australia for a long time. Those attributes that have seen the Persian people withstand many an empire. When you think back in history, Persian people were under the Mongols for a lot longer than they've been under the Islamic Republic. So we know that the Persian culture and the Persian people are strong. They are determined and they will always win. I'd like to acknowledge my many wonderful colleagues here this evening, Senator Raf Shakoni, the Honourable Claire O'Neill, the Honourable Peter Khalil, the Honourable, Gabriel Ung MP, Member for Menzies, who I note recently put forward a very strong motion condemning the IRGC and the regime of the Islamic Republic for its atrocious actions against its own people. We know the news tonight. It's not my habit to use my phone when I'm at an event, but I couldn't help but watch the news this evening. The developments we're seeing in Iran are significant. We can only hope that the innocent civilians survive and that we see change where change is very much needed in the Islamic Republic. But the good news story here in Australia is we have a wonderful Persian community that has made a powerful contribution to life here. And I'm so proud to represent an electorate with so many wonderful Persian people in it, where we have a Persian supermarket next to a Persian restaurant, and giving so much in really substantial ways to our industry, to our science, and all fields. The incredible contributions the Persian-speaking community have made in our area are almost immeasurable. It's an important part of the Australian community and an important part of Australian life. So thank you all for having me here this evening, and have a wonderful evening. Thank you very much.
I would now like to invite Vista back to the stage for another performance. Please give her a warm welcome.
Don't you notice how I get quiet when there's no one else around? Me and you in awkward silence. Don't you dare look at me that way. I don't need reminders of how you don't feel the same. Oh, the burning pain. Listen to you harp on about some new soulmate. She's so perfect, blah, blah, blah. Oh, how I wish you'd wake up one day. Run to me, confess your love. At least just let me say that when I talk to you, oh, Cupid walks right through and shoots an arrow through my heart. And I sound like a Lumba what's a girl to do? Lying on my bed staring into the view. Unrequited, terrifying love is driving me a bit insane. Had to get this off my chest. I'm telling you today that when I talk to you, oh Cupid walks right through and shoots an arrow through my heart. And I sound like a loon, but don't you feel it to confess I loved you from the start? Confess I loved you, just thinking of you. I know I loved you from the start.
We are honoured to share official messages sent to the Persian Awards Night 2026 from the Honourable Leah Finocchiaro, Chief Minister of the Northern Territory, the Honourable Jeremy Rockcliffe, Premier of Tasmania, and the Honourable David Crisafulli, Premier of Queensland. In their messages, they express deep appreciation for the invitation and recognise the cultural significance of this event in strengthening social connections across Australia. They further highlighted the vital contributions of the Persian-speaking community to Australia's cultural diversity, while conveying their best wishes for the successes of all our guests and organisers tonight. To present the awards in the Media and Journalism category, we invite Mr. John Mullahy, Member of the Victorian Parliament, representing the Honourable Ingrid Stitt, who is unable to join us tonight. Please join me in their welcome. Before announcing the recipients, we would like to thank the respected judges of the media category. Hojatullah Akbar Abadi, who is unable to attend this evening, Masood Zuhuri, and Mohammad Shahrabi. At this time, we kindly invite Mohammad Shahrabi to please come to the stage. In recognition of their valuable role and meaningful impact in media, we are pleased to invite Ms. Furuzan Shirazi to the stage to receive their recognition. Tonight's winner is an award-winning journalist whose reporting spans from exposing corporate misconduct in Australia's business sector to fearless coverage of human rights and the protest movement in Iran. Currently a national business and economics reporter with ABC Australia, she has become a vital voice for truth and accountability. Please welcome Ms. Nasim Khadem.
I'll keep it short because I know everyone's hungry. More than 4 decades ago, my parents left Iran for Australia. I was just shy of 11 months when we came here. If it wasn't for my father's foresight to take his daughter out of Iran soon after the revolution, my fate would have been different than it is today. And my dad's here, merci Baba. I'm cognizant that growing up here, I've been given freedoms that women in Iran are denied. I feel so much admiration for these brave, amazing Iranians and what they've had to endure for 47 years, especially in the past few weeks and what's coming in the next few days and weeks. The atrocities are hard to fathom and difficult to report. I broke down many times into tears over the past few weeks when I've interviewed people in Iran. But I know as a journalist, I play a critical role in reporting on the situation in Iran and the regime's horrific human rights abuses. I'm truly honoured to play a small part in that and to receive this award. Thank you.
We would like to thank Mr. John Mullahy for their kind support in joining us this evening. Mr. Mullahy is a dedicated advocate for the diverse communities that make our state so vibrant. We are delighted to invite him to the stage to share a few words.
Well, salam, everyone. It's a great honour to be here with you tonight at the Persian Awards 2026 Australian Awards, and I'm proud to join you representing the Honourable Ingrid Stitt, Minister for Multicultural Affairs, Mental Health and Ageing. I would like to warmly acknowledge Mr. Zahouri and his team at Radio Neshat for their leadership in bringing our community together this evening. Through media, storytelling and connection, you play a vital role in strengthening the voice and visibility of the Persian community across Victoria. Tonight is a celebration not only of achievement, but of culture, resilience and contribution. Across the east of Melbourne, in communities such as Glen Waverley, Persian Australians have made an extraordinary contribution through small business and professional leadership, through medicine, engineering, education and entrepreneurship, and through the richness of Persian poetry, music, arts. You have strengthened the social and economic fabric of Victoria. Yours is one of the world's great civilizations, a culture grounded in scholarship, creativity, and a deep respect for family and community. Those values are now woven into the story of modern Victoria. As we celebrate excellence tonight, we also express our solidarity with the Iranian people here in Australia and around the world. We stand for dignity, cultural pride, peace, and the universal right of all people to live freely and safely. Victoria's multicultural success is built on communities like yours, proud of your heritage, confident in your future, and generous in your contribution. To tonight's award recipients, Your achievements honour your community and inspire the next generation. Thank you for all you do for Melbourne's East, to Victoria and to Australia. Shab Bakar, and congratulations to you all.
As we move on to present the sports category, we are honoured to share a special message from Rasul Khadem, an Olympic and world champion and one of the most enduring icons in the history of world wrestling. While Mr. Khadem was invited to join us tonight, the current circumstances prevent him from being here with us in person. However, his mission for social responsibility is present in the message he has sent. In his own words, he reminds us that true championship is found not on a podium, but in standing with the people and upholding human dignity. We are deeply grateful to Rasul Khadem for his unwavering commitment to our community. To assist with the presentation of awards in the sports category, we are pleased to invite Mr. Gabriel Ng, Federal Member for Menzies, to the stage. We also invite Dr. Kayvan Dehnat, Judo Grandmaster and International Referee, to join us. Please join me in welcoming them. Before announcing the recipients, we would like to thank the respected judges of the sports category. Dr. Kayvan Dehnat, Mr. Alireza Faqani, who is unable to be here with us tonight, Mr. Ali Khosravi, who is also unable to be here with us, and Mr. Mohammad Shahrabi. We extend our appreciation to all our judges. In recognition of his outstanding contributions to football, we are pleased to acknowledge Dr. Alireza Emamifar, a former professional with Persepolis FC and the Iran national team. Alireza has brought his elite experience to Australia, most recently as senior assistant coach at Manningham United Blues. His leadership continues to shape the next generation of players. Please give him a warm welcome.
Good evening, everyone. It is truly an honor to be with you tonight. I would like to begin by thanking the team at Radio Neshat for bringing us together tonight and for the kindness of inviting me and my family to be part of this special evening tonight. Much has already been said about Iran, so I will speak briefly, but from the heart. Tonight, I want to use this moment to speak about the resilience of the Iranian people. Basic freedom have been limited. Human rights have been denied, and voices asking for change have been met with repression, imprisonment, and deadly force. And yet, the spirit of the Iranian people remains strong. The future of Iran will be shaped by its young generation, by brave women, by thoughtful men, and for all those who choose hope over despair. I also want to express my appreciation to Australia for its support of the Iranian community and its commitment to democratic values. As we gather here tonight, may we remain united, may we remain hopeful, and may light overcome darkness. Thank you.
In recognition of his outstanding contributions to fencing, we are pleased to acknowledge Mr. Hadi Miri. An Iranian national team medalist and a highly respected coach, Mr. Hadi Miri maintains his competitive edge at the highest level, most recently winning silver for Australia at the 2024 Asian Veteran Fencing Championships in Hong Kong. As a senior coach at the Whitehorse Chevaliers Fencing Club, his mentorship is shaping the next generation of Australian athletes. Congratulations.
Good evening, everyone. It's an honor to be invited to this event and be part of such an amazing people, all pool of talented people. I would like to sincerely thank you, Radio Neshat, and the sponsors and the organizers of this event. It's a pretty difficult moment at where we are facing at the moment. Pretty much I've lost my word, to be honest. This is one of the most difficult times that I have ever had any speech. But I thought it would be really good to just express my feeling. We are all living in a very volatile and divided world. And unfortunately, we do not often hear good news coming out from our beloved Iran. I also like to acknowledge and honor the brave souls who have gave their lives. Having had the opportunity to earn 52 medals throughout my athletic career and to stand on many world podium and stages, this event especially, it's meaningful to me because it recognizes people's achievement while brings everyone together, promoting, I think, unity through we are away from our promoting unity even through where we are away from our motherland and reuniting here in our home Australia. Again, sorry for the loss in words, but it's just the express of feeling. It's pretty difficult to sort of bring it all together. But I appreciate this opportunity, and Payande Iran. Thank you.
In recognition of his outstanding contributions to futsal, we are pleased to acknowledge Mr. Behrad Behzadpour. Known to fans across the country as the human freight train, Behrad has recently retired from a distinguished career in series futsal, where his skill and creative Persian goals made him a true icon of the league. Although Behrad is unable to be with us this evening, we are proud to celebrate his legacy as a mentor and an inspiration to the next generation of players. Congratulations. Our winner of the sport category is a true titan of the mats. They are a 10-time Australian national champion who has spent 15 years representing both the Iranian and Australian national teams at the highest level. From his 3 Oceania gold medals to his final performance at the 2023 World Championship in Baku, he has been a model of resilience and elite skill. Today, he is translating that world-class experience into leadership as the head instructor of Mojde Martial Arts. Please join me in congratulating our winner, Master Arash Mojde.
Hey everyone, I hope you're all having a great night. It's great to see our Persian community come together to celebrate our culture and our achievements. I'm so honored to be nominated and to stand alongside so many incredible people tonight. I've had the privilege of representing both Iran and Australia in a highest level in the sport of Taekwondo, and that journey wouldn't have been possible without the support and sacrifices of my family, especially my brother who is with me here tonight. And to all my coaches, both in Iran and Australia, for believing in me before I believed in myself. Now my mission is to give back, to shape the next generation of Australian Taekwondo athletes through Mojde Martial Arts. I would also like to dedicate this award to the memory of Shayan Shakari and Amir Mohammad Karimi, the 2 young Iranian Taekwondo athletes who lost their lives at the recent protests in Iran. I didn't know them personally, however, I know them through my mutual friends back home, and we are connected through our homeland and the sports of Taekwondo. Thank you everyone, and also a special thanks to Mr. Zuhuri for a great event and wonderful event. Thank you so much.
We are profoundly honoured to have with us tonight a titan of international sport, Dr. Kayvon Dehnod. As an 8th Dan Judo Grandmaster and world-class international referee, Dr. Dehnod has dedicated over 5 decades to the pursuit of excellence. He serves as the president of the Iran Sports Sciences Federation and is a prolific author on sports ethics and physical education. Recognized globally as an ambassador of peace, he continues to empower the next generation through his commitment to integrity and cultural pride. I would like to welcome him to the podium to share a few words.
I do it very short because I know you're all hungry, you know, I don't want to speak so long. But I want to say just, I had so much good time here, and before also with the Mr. Zuri, who is the founder of the dart sport in Iran. We was together in national team so many times around the world, and always he was thinking for the next generation, for our kids and new generation, to build them to be good human beings. I'm here, but my heart is with my people, Iran, and I give this to my Iranian people, and I hope peace and freedom all around the world, especially for my people, Iranian. Thank you so much.
We would would sincerely like to thank Mr. Gabriel Ng for his very kind support in joining us this evening. As the first Labor representative for our local area, he has already become a dedicated advocate for our community's diverse voices. I would like to welcome him to the podium to share a few words.
Well, thank you. It's a real honour to be here tonight at the Persian Awards for 2026. And thank you to Radio Neshat and Mr. Zahuri for putting on this evening and also for your service to the Persian community. Now, the electorate that I represent, Menzies, is home to the largest Persian community in Australia. And it is a strong and unified community that I'm very proud to represent. Persian members of our community are our small business owners like the hypermarket in Tunstall Square. They're our community organisations like House of Persia, and it was great to see them recognised here earlier tonight. They're my children's classmates, and we can see the contribution of the Persian community in the awards, in the range of awards that have been given tonight, and the excellence that you achieve in our community. We're also lucky to be home to the Persian Fair that takes place in Box Hill, as well as the Fire Festival in Ruffy Lake Park. And it is a very generous way that you share your beautiful and rich culture with us, as we've seen tonight with some of the performances and some of the musical performances that we've seen. The contribution of Australians of Persian heritage have and continue to make across our community is one of excellent service and distinction. We are, as a country, enriched by your commitment, aspiration, and hard work. I know that it has also been a difficult time for the Persian community since the start of the year when the Islamic Republic began its violent crackdown against the Iranian people, but also in the last 12 months and in the 47 years before that. And please know that our government continues to stand with you. The Prime Minister, the Foreign Minister, all stand with the Iranian people, and we have taken strong action against the Islamic Republic to demonstrate that strength and solidarity that we have with the Iranian people. I know that as well earlier this evening we have heard that there is renewed conflict in Iran, and I know that that must weigh heavily on many people here tonight. As one community member put it to me, people's hearts are divided. I know that people have to go about their days to still tend to their business and pick their kids up from school and look after the house while their hearts are in Iran with their family and loved ones and with their compatriots. Please know that the Australian government is closely monitoring the situation and also that the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade Crisis line has been stood up to provide whatever support that we can. So thank you again for inviting me here tonight. Free Iran.
I would like to remind everyone to please bring their attention back to the stage in acknowledging the speakers and the award recipients. We would now like to present the Culture and Literature category, recognising individuals whose work has made a meaningful contribution to preserving, enriching and promoting culture and literature within our community. To assist with the presentation of the awards in this category, it is our pleasure to invite Mr. Nick McGowan, Member of the Victorian Legislative Council, to the stage. Please join me in welcoming him. Mr. Nick McGowan is unable to join us on stage at this time. I would like to welcome Keith Wallahan. Before announcing the recipients, we would like to take a moment to thank the respected judges of the category. We wish to acknowledge Dr. Mustafa Bod Kube and Dr. Farangiz Farhud, who are unable to be with us this evening. Joining us in person tonight is Dr. Javad Mehraban Ghazal Hissar.
به نام خداوند جان و خرد که از این برتر اندیشه بر نگذرد. به من گفتن که انگلیسی صحبت کنم، گفتم که من دکترای ادبیات فارسی دارم، تو بخش ادبیات دوست دارم فارسی صحبت کنم. خیلی کوتاه من عرض می‌کنم که وقتی پایین نشسته بودم بین شما داشتم به این فکر می‌کردم که مگر 40,000 نفر آدم که در خون خودشون غلطیدن چی می‌خواستن جز همینقدر آزادی؟ و آیا این ارزش رو داشت که 40,000 نفر آدم رو بکشن فقط به خاطر همینقدر آزادی؟ و من واقعا نمیدونم چی باید بگم و در این لحظه جز حسرت چیز دیگری ندارم. امیدوار هستم که به زودی ایران عزیز آزاد بشه. الان خبر بدی شنیدم که آمریکا و اسرائیل حمله کردن. نمیدونم بگم شوربختانه، چون از یک طرف این حمله خسارت‌های جانی برای مردم داره و از یک طرف باید بگیم خوشبختانه، چون به هر حال تنها راه آزادی شاید برای مردم ایران همین حملات باشه. من بیش از این مصدق نمیشم. امیدوار هستم که دوستان عزیزی که در اینجا هستن برای زبان و ادبیات فارسی اهمیت ویژه قائل بشن و نسل بعدی که در اینجا به دنیا میان از زبان فارسی و ادبیات فارسی دور نیفتن. ممنون از شما.
In recognition of her outstanding contributions to culture and literature, we honor Ms. Nasrin Molla and Ms. Shokriya Erfani. Unfortunately, Ms. Molla and Erfani are unable to be with us this evening. We sincerely thank them for their valued contribution and dedication, and we are honored to recognize their achievements. Our winner in the Media and Journalism category is a powerful voice for identity, resistance, and the lived experience of women. An acclaimed poet, writer, and cultural advocate, writing primarily in Persian, Ms. Shukufe Kavani is widely respected for her principled defense of artistic freedom and her unwavering support for those facing censorship and repression. Through her writing and public commentary, she remains a vital guardian of literary expression and human rights. For her outstanding contribution to literature and her courageous leadership, please join me in congratulating her.
Okay, oh my God. It just only took 28 years to be recognized by my fellow countrymen in Australia. I know it's very hard because we are all here with a mixed emotion. I just want to bring a little bit sense of humor to this night as well. And thank Mr. Zuhuri and co. That actually made me feel that I'm the only person who's the winner, because every time I messaged him or called him, he answered me back straight away. So it made me feel very, very important. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. But I actually want to dedicate these awards to my parents and especially my father, and because I want to also remember and remind people that there were 2 big massacres in the 80s in Iran, and I was only 12 when I was going to the Evin and Qazal Hisar prison with my father to visit my sister, and I've never forgotten the faces of those horrible people in the prison, that they were torturing and killing the best young people of Iranian people, which I don't want them to be forgotten as well, alongside all these recent events. So they started since the beginning, and now the whole world knows what they've done. So we all have to keep their memories alive till we all die. Thank you very much.
I would like to thank Mr. Keith Wallahan for helping out with the delivery of these awards. We will be asking you back on stage very soon. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. I'm not Nick McGowan, so I apologize for that. This is no normal night. You are right to look at your phones at an event like this. You gather at a moment where we're reminded that many say it's not a matter of if the Islamic Republic will fall, it is only a matter of when. And tonight may be the beginning of the when. Like so many of you, I watched in horror when at least 30,000 brave Iranians were struck down by their own illegitimate government not long ago. But at this moment, you know that hundreds of thousands of Iranians are prepared to do the same if they know that you have their backs. So tonight, when you drive home and you look at your phone and you contact your relatives, send them that hope and that message that they are not alone and that you have their backs, because they can't do it on their own. So we gather here tonight with gratitude for you and everything that you have done for Australia. And I'm so proud of you all. But your very existence, your very success, sends a message of what a free Iran could look like. Just imagine gathering here years from now, when we reflect on a night like tonight and what happened afterwards, and we're not gathering in sorrow, but we're gathering in pride of the trade that we have with Iran, of the prosperous country that it isn't but it could be, of the artists, of the scientists, of the business people, of a superpower in a region that will be a beacon for others. That's what's at stake. So you're gathering not in an if, but a when. And what you do matters. What happens in Iran matters. And when those very brave people step out of their homes, and they will, we must be there for them, all of us, for a free Iran. Free Iran, free Iran.
It is our pleasure to bring you more live music this evening. To share another please welcome back Mehdi and Farid. We will now move to the art category, recognising the creativity and cultural expression that enriches this community. To assist with the presentation of these awards, I would like to re-invite Mr. Keith Wallahan, former federal member for Menzies and member of the Victorian Bar, to the stage. Please join me in welcoming him back. Before announcing the recipients, we would like to thank the judge for this category, Mr. Farshad Shirazi, for his valuable contribution and expertise. In recognition of an outstanding contribution in the art category, please welcome Ms. Afi Dastior to the stage. Our winner in the art category is a visionary conceptual artist whose practice bridges the gap between ancient traditions and contemporary installation. Through ceramics, calligraphy, and sculpture, her work explores the themes of identity and resilience, inviting audiences into a deep cultural dialogue. As both a dedicated educator and researcher, she uses her art as a powerful tool for storytelling and collective transformation. In recognition of her distinguished role and lasting impact on the Australian art landscape, we are proud to award Dr. Mojgan Habibi.
Everyone, and thank you Mr. Zuhuri and Radio Neshat team for organizing such a wonderful night and event. I would like to express and acknowledge about the event happening in Iran and stand with Iranian people. And I want to just say I made a big installation with all ceramic and regarding the people they lost their life and they've been in prison and they are in silence. And I would like everyone, please, have few seconds of the silence and for the people they lost their life. Thank you so much. Free Iran.
Before proceeding, I would like to remind everyone again to please redirect their focus to the stage as we award these participants. Again, we would like to thank Mr. Keith Wallahan for his contribution tonight. Thank you. To present the awards in the music category, we are pleased to invite Dr. Olivia Ball, Human Rights Advocate and Counsellor for Melbourne City Council, and Dr. Samantha Ratnam, former leader of the Victorian Greens, to the stage. Please join me in welcoming them. Before announcing the recipients, we would like to thank the judges for this category. Ali Pahlavan, Alireza Mir Ali Naqi, and Mohammad Hosseini Baghsangani, all of whom are unable to be here with us tonight. We thank them in their absence. Our first winner in the music category is a renowned Iranian Australian composer, researcher, and psychologist whose work creates a unique bridge between Persian classical traditions and the human mind. From major festival stages to the highest academic institutions, he has dedicated his life to exploring how music shapes our identity and well-being. His compositions, deeply inspired by Persian poetry and philosophy, continue to resonate with globally. Please welcome Mr. Puya Mehmanpazir to the stage. Our next winner is an Iranian-Australian composer, arranger, and orchestra conductor. He is a master of the santur, bringing the ancient soul of Persian music into the grand orchestral tradition. Born into a legacy of artistry and trained from a young age, his career has spanned over 2 decades, performing from the prestigious national broadcasting stages in Iran to major concert halls across Australia. His ability to bridge classical Persian roots with large-scale orchestral expression has created a cross-cultural dialogue that resonates with audiences worldwide. Please join me in congratulating Mr. Siamak Farokh Sereshti.
Good evening, everyone. Actually, I'm not a good speaker, so I speak through my music. Art is the artist's inner voice when words are not enough. Thank you to the Radio Neshat team and the judges for choosing me for this honor. I dedicate this award to the Iranian people and lives lost in my country. Thank you for standing with Iran and with humanity. Thank you.
Our final winner is a vocalist whose work serves as a bridge between the ancient traditions of Tehran and the modern stages of Australia. Since arriving in Australia in 2012, she has dedicated her career to the elegance of Persian classical music, collaborating with musicians across Australia and Europe to bring the depth of Persian poetry to life. Her voice is a shared experience of heritage and emotion that resonates across all cultures. Please welcome Miss Maryam Parsi to the stage.
صحبت کردن بسیار سخته وقتی که جنگ چند ساعتی که شروع شده در ایران ما. These days in my country, Iran, we see grieving parents dancing on the graves of their children, lives lost on their path toward freedom. They dance, they grieve, and ask the world, do you see us? When words fail, the body begins to speak through rhythm and art. Tonight, I accept this award with gratitude as a small voice of that same rhythm and art. And I believe that one day in my homeland, Iran, instead of dances of mourning, there will be dances of freedom. Thank you to the Radio Neshat for this honor, and to our ensemble, Sina Motamed and Reza Kashi, for standing beside me in friendship, music, and soul. Payande Iran.
I would like to thank Dr. Olivia Ball and Dr. Samantha Ratnam for joining us this evening. As champion advocates for the dignity and safety of our most vulnerable citizens, they are tireless voices for social justice, whose leadership has consistently empowered our communities to strive for a fairer and more inclusive future. I would like to invite them to share a few words.
Thank you very much. I bring greetings to you all from the city of Melbourne and acknowledge the Wurundjeri people and the traditional owners and the right of all peoples to self-determination. Is that my going off music? I could be the last speaker. You might be in luck. But I want to acknowledge the horrific events in Iran, especially in recent weeks and tonight. The world has been horrified by the treatment of protesters on the streets of Iran. Massacres across the country, exacerbated by a fear of going to government hospitals with injuries, and concealed by internet blackouts and confiscation of the dead, never to be counted, identified, or returned to their family for burial. Even the government-sanctioned figure of 3,000 people killed is shocking. The real number, derived from hospitals, morgues, and graveyards, is certainly far higher. And this on the back of decades of brutal oppression by a regime that has targeted ethnic and religious minorities, and women and LGBTQI people. Iranians everywhere deserve solidarity and support from the international community at this time. Australians must defend the right to peaceful protest everywhere, the human right to assemble with others in public and express your views peacefully. We affirm Iranians' rights to choose their own future and condemn these horrific attacks on protesters. I'm in awe of the courage of Iranian protesters in the face of such brutality. And I recognise the anguish of the diaspora. I thank you for the invitation to be with you here tonight, exactly the time for the Persian community to gather together as Iran comes under attack. And I wish to extend my heartfelt compassion for the distress that must be your daily companion. Merci.
Thank you very much. If I could please ask for your attention one last time. To bring this incredible evening to a close, we are thrilled to welcome back Vista to the stage. Please join me in her very warm welcome back.
I can be the twist, the one who make you stop. The icing on your cake, the cherry on the top. There's heaven in my heart, and we can find you some space. I can be the world for you, the missing piece, the extra sentimental kind of chemistry. Some people make it hard, for me that isn't the case. 'Cause I make it so easy to fall in love. So come give me a call, and we'd fall into us on the perfect mix of Saturday night and the rest of your life. And anyone with a heart would agree. Oh, it's so easy to fall in love with the way I do my hair, the way I make you laugh, the way we like to share. Oh, I can Central Park. I can be fresh air, might be the girl of your dreams. Yeah, there's no need to hide if you're into me, 'cause I'm into you quite intimately. And maybe one night could turn into three. Well, I'm down to see, 'cause I make it so easy to fall in love. So come give me a call, and we'll fall into us. I'm the perfect mix of Saturday night and the rest of your life. Anyone with a heart would agree. Oh, it's so easy to fall in love with me. It's so easy. It's so easy. Oh, it's so easy. Yeah, yeah. So easy to fall in love. So come give me a call, and we'll fall into nights on the perfect mix of Saturday night and the rest of your life. And you won't feel hard with a queen. Oh, it's so easy to fall in love with me.
This brings our formal proceedings for the 2026 Persian Awards Night to a close. As we've seen tonight, you are truly a community worth celebrating. This evening and the successes we've honoured would not be possible without your passion, your brilliance, and your enduring support for one another. We now invite you to enjoy the evening's hospitality as you have been. We hope you take this opportunity to connect and celebrate these achievements together. Thank you all for being a part of this memorable night. Please enjoy the rest of your evening.
mascara tears, a star of black eyeliner smear. I watch the water fall to chase them down the drain. I watch the blood away. Maybe it's an evil world, or maybe you just wanna feel the hurt. And you never look so pretty, that's when you're falling apart. And you never look so lovely, that's when you're breaking my heart. And you never look so beautiful, that's when you show me your scars. And you never look so perfect, and you never look so perfect, that's when you're falling apart. They told me you were there, you were in the waiting chair. They said you prayed for me, they said you stayed for weeks. They said you barely slept a wink. And maybe I deserve it, maybe that's the reason that you hurt me. 'Cause you never look so pretty, that's when you're falling apart. And you never look so lovely, that's when you're breaking my heart. And you never look so beautiful, that's when you show me your scars. And you never look so perfect, and you never look so perfect, that's when you're falling apart. I guess you think you're pretty smart to treat me like you're pretty art, but baby, when you fall apart, you never look so perfect, you never look so perfect.
Baby, I can't tell a lie. I still see the bright of your eyes. Your smile still fills the night like the stars that light the sky. I can't get you out of my mind. The sound of your voice when you cry, and the way you say goodbye. I still see the bright of your eyes. I wish I had a home with a dog in the yard.